Welcome, bienvenue, bonjour, Annie. Please be seated. So a big warm welcome to everyone. This is the 10th graduating class of NOSOM, which is fantastic. I would like to first acknowledge that we are on the traditional lands of the Fort William First Nation, and would like to invite Dr. Roger Strasser, the founding Dean of NOSOM, to the microphone.
Well, thank you very much, Dave. And as you said, we are meeting here on the traditional territory of Indigenous peoples, Fort William First Nation, Métis peoples, and I'd like to pay tribute to elders past, present and future. And now I want to say, you did it! Congratulations, well done! Northern Ontario School of Medicine class of 2018. And as Dave said, you're a very special class. You're the 10th anniversary class. Woohoo! So, you joined the school, and within a couple of weeks, you were celebrating the 10th anniversary of the opening of the school on the 13th of September 2015 is when we had the 10th anniversary celebration. And you may recall that rather than the usual sort of stuffy speeches and cutting cakes and things, we encouraged people across Northern Ontario to be active with NOSOM. Because, of course, being active is, physical activity is good for your health, and our vision is a healthier north. And so you joined in with over 70 communities across Northern Ontario in being active with NOSOM, and you've been active with NOSOM right through, and now you are the 10th graduating class from the NOSOM MD program. Well done, well done. And the experience you've had has been guided by the social accountability mandate of the school. That's the commitment to be responsive to the health needs of the people and the communities of Northern Ontario, with a focus on improving the health of the people of Northern Ontario. And you've experienced distributed, community-engaged learning. That's the distinctive model of medical education and health research which we have developed for Northern Ontario, and with the special feature of the comprehensive community clerkship. That year, the third year, you left Thunder Bay, and we're living and learning in one of 15 large rural, small urban communities. And I think that special feature is very important because at the completion of that, you are well on your way to where you are now, ready for your residency. We'll hear shortly about which residency you've matched to, but congratulations on your success. Outstanding, really, with the CAMS match. And you are ready. You are ready to move to the next phase of your career, and the people of Northern Ontario are looking forward to you joining them. You, as previous classes, have the majority have chosen careers as generalists, as family physicians and generalists in other medical specialties. And many of your predecessor graduates, in fact the majority, have chosen to work in Northern Ontario, provide care in communities like Thunder Bay and many of the smaller communities. And this has been noticed, this success that the graduates of Northern Ontario School of Medicine are generalists who choose to provide care in previously underserved populations in Northern Ontario and other places as well. This has been noticed, and so now other schools across Canada and around the world are following the NOSOM model. But that's all ahead for you, I suppose. Right now, it's time to sit back and relax and celebrate and savor the moment that you are here, having completed your MD. Of course, there's more ahead, and you'll hear from our alumni speaker and from the College of Physicians and Surgeons of Canada, Physicians and Surgeons of Ontario, about much that's ahead. In fact, in a sense, This is really just the end of the beginning for you in terms of your career, your medical career, your pathway as a physician, but this is a fantastic moment, and you've worked very, very hard to get to this point, and so definitely something to celebrate. Now, to get to this point, not only have you worked very, very hard, you've had great support, wonderful support from family members, friends, staff members, faculty members. So I think it's a time for you to give a round of applause to all of the supporters for the last 4 years. So I began with acknowledging that we're on the traditional territory of Indigenous peoples, and now I'd like to invite Elder Tom Chisel to come forward and to provide us with a blessing. Tom.
Bonjour. Bonjour. I was given tobacco again today, another tobacco to come here. So when get numinondum minogi pe domigo and chabishu joenji ganaway anishna go in kegung kendezi ak manito Gemanito. Age o kena kawichi kuch at manito kat sokana kigenyu kawichi shell. Wegi stigek, wegi kanagusiwat man ungum kanamatapiat ma. Egi kishtoatwe, we ukalumagan miwe anishna baksenmek, jishwan mego, nungumwe, kinimat museat. I just want to sing a song here to honor the graduates. I just want to say the names of those spirits that I've come to know, that 4 directions, and different places have different names for them. The one from the east is Akwebenes, and the one from the south is Pitigunabe, and the one in the west is Makadegabo, and the one in the north is Bibonike. And the one in the east is powerful sounding eagle, thunderbird, and the one in the south is tree man, and the one in the black is the bear, black bear. And the north is the one that makes the winter maker. And so all of these spirits, they contribute to the way the world is, and the way we have to acknowledge them in a way that allows us to remain in their palm, in the way they want the world to be. So I want to ask each of you to stand up, the graduates, and I want to sing a song for you. This song was passed on to me by a Sundance healing man from Manitoba, and his spirit name was Misabe, which means Sasquatch, the Sasquatch. But he was a powerful healer. And he passed the song on to me at a Sundance one a few years ago. He's no longer with us. He's gone on to the spirit world. And actually, he left us after he left. He passed the song on to me. So it's a special song that I carry because in memory of him, and it's a healing song. And the song says. It says, I am the leader of the spirits. The leader of the spirits, the golden eagles call me. And so it's the golden eagles that are calling Creator. Ugimapin, ugimamanito. Oh,
Thank you, Tom. And it strikes me I didn't introduce myself earlier, in case you're wondering who I am. So my name's David Musson. I'm the Associate Dean of the Undergraduate Program, the program from which our graduates are exiting today. And I'd like at this point to review who you're looking at up on stage here. So starting immediately to my left, John Friesen, who's the Director of UME Administration and Learner Affairs, and the lead for our processional coming in. Dr. Roger Strasser, the founding Dean of NOSOM. We've just heard from Dr. Strasser. Dr. Kathy Chervin, the Vice Dean Academic for NOSOM. Dr. James Gertson, Assistant Dean for Continuing Education and Professional Development. Dr. Daryl Manitowabi, the Interim Director of Indigenous Affairs for the school. We've heard from Elder Tom Chisel, an Indigenous elder, but also a great friend of the school. Ms. Laurie Flinders, the Indigenous Reference Group representative that we will hear from shortly. Dr. Frederick Sarrazin, Francophone Reference Group representative. Dr. Ella Goodman, Alumni representative, and I believe charter class graduate, if I'm not mistaken. Dr. Andrew Turner, our representative from the College of Physicians and Surgeons of Ontario. And my eyes are kind of getting harder here, but I can certainly recognize Dr. William Hettenhausen, Associate Professor of Case-Based Learning and Tutor Facilitator at NOSOM. Dr. Kim Myers, Dr. Brian McLeod, Dr. Ann Robinson, who's not on my list, but we certainly work together on a regular basis, Dr. Melanie Cowell, and Dr. Laura Nowak, and I believe I've kind of got everybody. So these are the folks that have led these students through the last 4 years, and it's great that everyone can join us today. I would at this time like to invite Ms. Laurie Flinders from the Indigenous Reference Group to speak on behalf of the Indigenous Reference Group.
Bonjour, bonjour. Giwet nobene sikinago, ajwekwe widamokinago, bijou nindodem. First of all, I'd like to say I'm so proud of you. Even though I don't know most of you, I do recognize a couple of faces. I'm so proud of you. I want to personally congratulate you on the successful completion and all the hard work that you've engaged in over the past years of your life. By introducing myself in my traditional spirit name, I have engaged with you. I've engaged with you on a spiritual level, and that's what I'd like to talk to you about today. I'm just going to share a really short story because I have a really short amount of time up here, but several years ago I worked with an elder and he shared a vision he had with me. And that vision was he was laying in bed, sleeping, and his granddaughter, who was about 4 or 5 at the time, started waking him up very, very purposefully. And when he sat up, he was like, "Granddaughter, what is it?" And she said to him, Grandfather, look at me." And she looked at him very deeply and very intently into his eyes, and she asked him, "During the course of your lifetime, what have you done to change the status quo?" And I was thinking about that last night as I was thinking about what I wanted to pass on to you in my address to you in this year graduation. And it is that, and it's very much connected to the social accountability mandate of NOSOM, which I'm sure you're all familiar with. You're going to be in a position of privilege. You're going to be in a position of helping, healing, servicing people. And I want you to think about that. In my lifetime, what am I going to do to change the status quo of the health disparities of people who have been marginalized or oppressed? And I know you're all going to do that because you're NOSOM graduates, right? Yes. So in saying that, again, I want to say congratulations to you on behalf of the Indigenous Reference Group. I also sit as a member of the Board of Directors. Congratulations, and that's it. Make much.
Thank you, Laurie. It also gives me great pleasure to invite Dr. Frédéric Sarrazin, membre du groupe consultatif francophone de l'AMNO, à vous adresser la parole de la part de la communauté francophone de Thunder Bay du nord de l'Ontario.
Ouais, merci, quel bel accueil en français. Chers parents et amis, et tout spécialement, chers finissants et finissantes de la classe de 2018 de l'École de médecine du nord de l'Ontario, au nom du comité consultatif francophone, c'est avec beaucoup de fierté que je vous rends hommage en cette fin d'année 2018. C'est un immense privilège pour moi de célébrer avec vous aujourd'hui le couronnement de 4 années d'études ici à l'École de médecine du nord de l'Ontario. It's a privilege for me to celebrate with you today the crowning achievement of 4 years of study at NOSOM. L'EMNO a un mandat d'imputabilité sociale qui l'oblige à tenir compte de la diversité culturelle de la région qu'elle dessert, dont notamment les besoins des gens et des communautés francophones du nord de l'Ontario. Environ 25% des étudiants à l'EMNO sont identifiés comme francophones, reflétant ainsi le pourcentage de la population franco-ontarienne qui vit dans le nord de l'Ontario. During the last 4 years, NOSOM has encouraged all of our students to learn and understand the Franco-Ontarian history, traditions and culture. Vous, les francophones, avez pu acquérir des expériences pertinentes dans le cadre de stages dans des services de santé et collectivités francophones. Chacun et chacune d'entre vous avait quelque chose d'unique à offrir. Each of you have something truly special to offer, and what you do now and in the future truly matters. À vous, les nouveaux médecins francophones, je vous lance le défi suivant. Affichez-vous en français. Comme francophone ou francophile, Même si vos patients ne s'identifient pas comme francophones, cette offre active sera un autre outil qui vous aidera à comprendre et à mieux diagnostiquer vos patients. Pour notre population, nous espérons pouvoir nous assurer que nos besoins langagiers, culturels et surtout en matière de soins de santé soient fournis dans notre langue. Félicitations à vous tous et à toutes. Un avenir débordant de possibilités vous attend. Congratulations. Merci. Thank you.
Merci beaucoup, Frederick. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Dr. Ella Goodman, charter class graduate from the first year of NOSOM graduate. That's 10 years ago at this point, so looking forward to what you've come to reflect upon in the last 10 years.
I graduated when I was 12, so I'm 22 now. Hello, my name is Ella or Dr. Goodman, whichever you prefer. This is how I start my first clinical encounter with my patients. Today is the first day that as a member of the 2018 graduating class of the Northern Ontario School of Medicine, you can refer to yourself as a doctor. It's exciting, and you worked hard for it. Medicine is shifting from a paternalistic to a patient-centered approach. For this reason, we need to shift our thinking to empower our patients to take an active role in their care. As a new graduate, I implore you to treat the person and not the disease. We need to treat our patients not only from a clinical perspective, but also from an emotional, mental, spiritual, social, and financial perspective, while celebrating all diverse cultures. Throughout medical school, you have been taught that the vast majority of the information that you need in order to make a diagnosis comes from history alone. The physical exam will add clarification, and diagnostic testing should be confirmatory. Central, then, to an effective and accurate diagnosis is the relationship with the patient and doctor in order to retain accurate and relevant data. Your patient must feel understood, respected, and supported to divulge the most intimate aspects of their existence. A recent study highlighted by the CBC suggested that only 1 in 3 prescriptions is filled. Why? Could the patient afford the medication? Did the patient feel safe taking the medication? Do they even understand why they need the medication? Although the study did not go into detail as to why the prescriptions were not filled, it certainly begs one to question the communication between the patient and the physician and the quality of the therapeutic relationship. Hello, my name is Ella or Dr. Goodman, whichever you prefer, is my first offering to my patient that lets them know I am on your team. A subtle hint that I am their equal and not their superior. I am there to walk with them in their healthcare journey and guide them to their best health possible. Although today is the first day that you can call yourself a doctor, remember that first and foremost, you are a person invited into someone else's life to enhance their well-being. You carry a wealth of information that is only as helpful as the therapeutic relationship is strong. Each of you will now be entering the next stage of your training. You will experience grief, joy, pain, and sometimes all at the same time. This experience will further your learning and create compassion and empathy. But before you go off, look around the room today and remember to thank those who have been your community of support over the past few years. I leave you with a quote by Hippocrates to practice medicine by. The natural forces within each of us is the greatest force in getting well. Thanks.
Thank you, Ella, or Dr. Goodman. I'm not sure which I'm going to choose. It gives me great pleasure to invite Dr. Andrew Turner to the lectern to give an address to you on behalf of the College of Physicians and Surgeons of Ontario.
Dean Strasser, Associate Dean Wizen, faculty members, honored guests, graduating class, and family and friends. I'd kind of like to stand here for 5 minutes and let Ella's message settle in because it echoes a lot of what I would say as well, I think. It is a great privilege to address you today on behalf of the College of Physicians and Surgeons of Ontario, and indeed the medical profession as a whole. Today is an important day in your lives. Your hard work, sacrifice, and academic excellence have seen you through one of the most rigorous and challenging educations a person can go through. From this day forward, you will be called medical doctors. Throughout your education and training, you all have had advocates in your corner at every step of the way. These advocates have supported you, believed in you, and encouraged you when you needed it the most. Your advocates, friends, and family deserve to be congratulated today, and I'd encourage you to cheer for them. Now it's your turn to be an advocate. Who will you advocate for? Well, as I'm here speaking on behalf of the province's medical regulator, I'd have to say that one group stands at the very top of that list, your patients. At the college, we have a guiding principle that never steers us wrong, and I encourage you to adopt it as well. Put patients first. The people of Ontario trust in you. It will be your demonstration of compassion, service, and altruism that will earn the trust of your patients. You will be a beacon of hope for them during their hardest moments. You will deliver their babies, you will restore their failing health, you will research to find cures, and you will provide comfort as they take their last breath. Indeed, I have no doubt that you can see the great responsibility ahead of you as a physician. Yet, with this tremendous responsibility comes the opportunity to have an incredibly satisfying and rewarding career. Remember that no matter how skilled we become and how hard we try, we can't always cure our patients. We can, however, always treat them with kindness, compassion, and respect. During your education, you've no doubt heard about the duties that you have to your patients and the public generally, but before I finish speaking to you, I would like to remind you of one other very important duty, a duty to yourself and to your loved ones. As rewarding as the practice of medicine is, it is also very demanding. Occasionally, you may find that demand may exceed your capacity. It is at these times I strongly urge you not to lose sight of your health and the health of your relationships. I urge you to find and maintain balance in your lives. I know that most of my colleagues would agree with me when I say if you are to be successful in caring for your patients, you must first be successful in caring for yourself. The people of Ontario expect that you will give them your very best each day and that you will be able to help manage their health challenges. The great Hippocrates said, "Wherever the art of medicine is loved, there is also a love of humanity." His words are an inspiring reminder of the close link between our profession and promoting the public good. And so, I urge you today to never stop striving for excellence, never stop learning your craft, and always seek to deliver high-quality patient care. The people of Ontario are counting on you. So as I close, I want to sincerely congratulate you all. On behalf of your college, I would like to welcome you to the profession of medicine. Have a wonderful Convocation Day, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Turner. He's from the CPSO, so I can't call him Andrew. He's Dr. Turner. This is the fun part. For all of us up on stage and for a number in the audience, this is the really fun part of medical school. It's where we get to graduate you and acknowledge all the work you've put in and congratulate you on your success and launch you off into the next stage of your careers. I'm going to read out your names one by one. As I read them out, I'm going to ask you to come up. We'll give you a certificate presented by Dr. Strasser. We also have some gifts from Indigenous Affairs and Francophone Affairs. And I'm going to call out where you're headed next in your training, just to prove to you that we know where to go after you for advancement and future donations to the school. As your future income rises through higher and higher levels, so will our interest in hearing back from you. So it gives me great pleasure to introduce the graduates and maybe call you doctor for the first time, but I'm sure all your friends and family have been saying it incessantly for the last 15, 20 minutes. But I think I'm the first person officially to say it, so it's a really, it's a big thrill for me. So I'll start with Dr. Adrian Agostino. Dr. Agostino will be traveling to the University of Ottawa to pursue postgraduate training in anatomical pathology. Dr. Mireille Bohémien. Dr. Bohémien will be going to the University of Manitoba to do postgraduate training in family medicine. Dr. Mara Boyle. Dr. Boyle will be pursuing postgraduate training here at the Northern Ontario School of Medicine in family medicine in the rural Northern Ontario stream. Dr. Aliyah Krupi. Dr. Krupi is also staying at the Northern Ontario School of Medicine and also doing family medicine here in Thunder Bay. Dr. Jeff Curran. Dr. Curran will be going to McMaster University, my old stomping grounds, to pursue postgraduate training in internal medicine. Dr. Omar Daher. Dr. Daher will be going to Western University, we used to call it University of Western Ontario when I was there, to pursue postgraduate training in diagnostic radiology. Dr. Tiffany Derazou. Dr. Derazou will be staying here at the Northern Ontario School of Medicine to pursue postgraduate training in family medicine in the rural Northern Ontario stream. Dr. Megan Dimitri. Dr. Dimitri will be going to Memorial University of Newfoundland to study internal medicine. Dr. Krista Dowhouse. Dr. Dowhouse will be going to McMaster University to study family medicine in the Kitchener-Waterloo campus. Dr. Danielle Gustafson Mitchell. Dr. Gustafson Mitchell will be staying here at the Northern Ontario School of Medicine to study family medicine here in Thunder Bay. Dr. Sarah Therese Habinski. Dr. Habinski will be staying at the Northern Ontario School of Medicine as well to pursue training in psychiatry here in Thunder Bay. Dr. Taka Hoy. Dr. Hoy will be going to the University of Calgary to pursue postgraduate training in psychiatry. Dr. Colton Kennedy. Dr. Kennedy will be staying here at the Northern Ontario School of Medicine to pursue training in orthopedic surgery, which is good because I have some knee issues I need to sort out. Dr. Caitlin Comsa. Dr. Comsa will be going to Western University to study anesthesiology. Dr. Zachary Cooner. Dr. Cooner will be traveling to Memorial University of Newfoundland to study family medicine. Dr. Megan Labine. Dr. Labine will be staying at the Northern Ontario School of Medicine to study public health and preventative medicine and family medicine. Dr. Diane De Silva Legadoro, sorry. Dr. Legadoro will be staying at the Northern Ontario School of Medicine to study anesthesiology. Dr. Esa Leinonen. Dr. Leinonen will be traveling to the University of Ottawa to study psychiatry. Dr. Jessica McCann. Dr. McCann will be traveling to the University of British Columbia to do postgraduate training in family medicine. Dr. Virginia McEwen. Dr. McEwen will be staying with us here in Northern Ontario to study family medicine here in Thunder Bay. Dr. Jill Moulaboum. Dr. Moulaboum will be going to Dalhousie University to study family medicine. Dr. Samantha Nordland. Dr. Nordland will be traveling to McMaster University to do postgraduate training in pediatrics. Dr. Alana Rowana Barron. Dr. Rowana Barron will be staying at the Northern Ontario School of Medicine to study family medicine here in Thunder Bay. Dr. Teresa Semalulu. Dr. Semalulu will be moving to McMaster University to do postgraduate training in internal medicine. Dr. Lauren Diane Turner. Dr. Turner will be traveling to the University of Manitoba to pursue training in psychiatry. Dr. Lauren Margaret Turner. Dr. Turner will be staying at the Northern Ontario School of Medicine to pursue postgraduate training in internal medicine. And Dr. Athena Young. Dr. Young will be staying at the Northern Ontario School of Medicine to study pediatrics on the West Campus in Thunder Bay and Sault Ste. Marie. So with that, how about a round of applause for all of our graduates who have And with that, I'd like to welcome Dr. Athena Young back to the stage.
Before I begin, I just want to make one introduction. Dr. Brian McLeod is also here. So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Athena Young, and it is my pleasure and my honor to address NOSOM's 2018 graduating class. I might cry. I really love these guys so much. I need a minute. Okay. Please help me congratulate my colleagues on finally earning their doctorate of medicine. We have all grown and learned so much about medicine and ourselves over these past 4 years. We have studied how the human body works and have come a long way from one of our first few bell ringer exams where we were fooled by the X-ray of the humerus that turned out to be an X-ray of the femur. We have gone from cautiously interviewing standardized patients to carefully listening and helping real people in need of our care. And so, with a couple of Virginia's make-your-own-pizza parties, many dog walks in the tree farm, and sharing the emotional ups and the many emotional downs of being a Leafs fan, and a few tankards to debrief after an intense exam, here we are. I feel so hopeful and excited for what I know all of you will do in residency and in practice. Even prior to medicine, all of you had already accomplished so much. I remember meeting you in our first few weeks of first year, learning about your diverse and really interesting backgrounds, and thinking to myself how extremely boring my 4-year bachelor degree was. Some of you were accomplished in research inside and outside of the field of medicine. Some of you already hold masters and PhDs. Some of you have been dedicated nurses working in northern communities, ICUs, and children's hospitals across Canada. Some of you are forest fighters, journalists, social workers, pharmacists, and hairdressers. Others were elite-level athletes playing in the United States on scholarships, which has come in really handy when we have our East versus West hockey game and we always win. I've watched you all use these experiences to inform and to educate. But despite our diverse backgrounds, we all share this, a desire to help, to motivate, and to connect with others. Armed with this experience and education you have gained over the past 4 years, you will continue on this impressive trajectory that began long before we all met. In one of our first group learning sessions at NOSOM, we played this game called The Last Straw. In the game, you're assigned a character and a random set of social factors that dictate how far you make it along through the game. And although it was fun to play a game in class, and Jill earned a nickname she would never live down, Gillian, it demonstrated how strongly life circumstances can shape well-being. In our clerkship years, we witnessed how these social inequities affect a person's health and their interaction with the doctor. We began to understand that the hardest part of medicine is not always the science. It is trying to provide the best care for the person while considering and negotiating how this plan will work within their lives. This is why I am so grateful to my classmates. The support you have shown me and have shown each other while navigating this sometimes overwhelming process and the emotions that come with it has been invaluable. Whether it was sharing a funny story at lunch in the lounge or checking in on a difficult day, you were there to share in the doubts, the questions, and the brainstorming of solutions. And of course, you were always there to cushion the embarrassment of saying something you wish your preceptor hadn't heard. I couldn't imagine these past 4 years without any of you. We have become so close. Some grew very close, fell in love, and are now married. 3 incredible women in our class have had children throughout medical school, and many of us use them as inspiration on the days where we feel like we can't even do just one more thing. Whether they like it or not, Omega, Jacinta, Josiah, Rory, and Declan have 28 crazy aunts and uncles who will always be looking out for them. I will always remember how passing Rory and Josiah around, all bundled up in our toss and CBL sessions, made them a little bit more full of joy and love. I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge the many people who have supported us over these past 4 years, and there are many people who are deserving of our heartfelt thanks. Thank you to our families, friends like families, and loved ones. You must feel like you've been through medical school by association. You've sacrificed your time with us so that you could support us through this journey. You've often traveled far distances to visit or to help us move from one placement to the next. You have delivered food or a forgotten toothbrush on call and were truly the hero of the night. You dispensed all the encouragement we needed to get through the lows, and because of that, you were also there to celebrate the highs. You're here for us today, as you have always been, and we couldn't have done this without any of you. Thank you as well to our preceptors, who showed us how to apply what we were learning. You were composed with us when things need to be explained more than once, yet you pushed us to be better, even if it meant your clinics ran a bit slower. You trusted us to develop diagnoses and management plans for your patients, for whom you only want excellent care. You were compassionate, understanding, and generous with the free coffee. We owe you so much. Thank you to the many communities of Northern Ontario. You have literally opened your doors to us so that we may have the opportunity to learn in the North and understand medicine's uniqueness here. And finally, thank you the most to our patients. You share your personal and important healthcare information with us so that we may learn. You let us perform procedures and exams that are new to us so that we can improve. Without your generosity, we cannot learn. We are so grateful for your permission in allowing us to be a part of your circle of care. We started off on this path 4 years ago as strangers, and we continue on it as friends. In 1 month, we will begin our training in the areas of psychiatry, orthopedics, anesthesia, pediatrics, internal medicine, neurology, public health, pathology, radiology, and of course, family medicine. This is going to work out really well for me to have a roster of such specialists at my fingertips, because you know who I'll be calling when I need a second opinion. The passion that you have, coupled with your inherent humility and unparalleled work ethic, will positively impact whatever situation you find yourselves in. Your kindness, empathy, and persistence to do good by the practice of medicine will make you impeccable stewards of patient care. You all amaze me and are the most beautiful people I know inside and out. I'll miss you dearly, and I'll be cheering you on in the amazing careers I know you will lead. Thank you. And so now we have a gift on behalf of the 2018 graduating class, so I'd like to, do I go get it? Oh.
I'll give you your notes later. So. And the tradition, I think, is when the presents go to the dean, they actually get then handed to the associate dean. So thank you for that.
I haven't heard that tradition.
Well, it's always good to start new traditions. I'm very happy with that. And apologies, Dr. McLeod, how could I possibly have missed you if you were down there? I owe you a beer. So a final congratulations to all of you. It's been a pleasure. You're actually you were my first class when I came on board, so it feels like you're like really my kids, and it's been fantastic to see you thriving and you know, getting over the bumps and the hurdles to where you're at, and very proud of all of you. So thrilled the ones that are going to be around in Thunder Bay next year or in Sudbury. Because I'll see you more likely, but I'll see all of you. You're going to find that medicine in Canada is a fairly small community, and if you get involved with education, you're going to be at the CCME meeting each year, and we'll see you guys there. And if not, there are endless conferences and workshops and CME events, and we'll all cross paths. So it's been an absolute pleasure being your undergraduate dean for these 4 years, so thank you for that. I'd also like to thank Dr. Manitowabi and Fern, I think is Fern Chisel's out there, the Indigenous Affairs Unit. Danielle Barbeau-Rodriguez made the trip over here, and along with Dr. Sarazan. A big thank you to the Francophone Affairs Unit. Advancement, which does an awful lot behind the scenes to power our school and keep it funded. You're going to hear from them, don't worry, at some point, for all the work they do, and they've got some stuff out in the foyer to help you frame your diplomas. And a big thanks to the staff that have helped put this together. Leanne Barron, and most of you know that Leanne's my EA, and actually is the one that makes the office run, and John Friesen, who makes the program run. I'm not quite sure what I do. And Sherry Mojo and Kathy Powell for putting this event together. And a big thank you for that. It's my pleasure to invite all of you for refreshments up on the mezzanine level. It's the second level upstairs. We spare no expense within a very tightly capped budget. To have some nice hors d'oeuvres for you and some refreshments, please come up there and join us, and it'd be wonderful to chat with you all and meet your families. Remind you all, you have to take your belongings. They lock this thing up, so if you leave some stuff here, you're going to have a hard time coming back in. But not quite immediately, because there's a chance for all of you to do some photographs up on stage and do some class pictures together, so please take advantage of that. And with that, I am going to officially close our ceremonies and ask the piper to pipe the faculty and the graduates out of the auditorium. And again, a huge congratulations. Thank you to all the family members and people that have supported you for the last few years, and to my colleagues and my dean on stage, a big thank you to everyone. So congratulations again.